Everybody, Martyn at Flicking Feathers again today, and I'm tying the Conker, or carp zonker. It's just a wee pattern. I've been using it for years. I mean, it must be nearly 15 years I would say I've been tying and using these. The only other fly that's been in my box as long as this is the backstabber. But they serve quite different purposes. This fly, I like it more in places where the fish will take a swim and fly, whereas the backstabber I like it a bit more sort of just drag and drop. Although this will work on the drag and drop as well. As always, I'll put a materials list in the description along with a link to the Patreon page for anyone that wants to support the channel, get access to the monthly fly tying classes that we do on Zoom, enter the giveaways and get some members only content. You can also subscribe, like the video, share the video, watch all the way to the end. That all helps the channel. Right, so I've got my hook, my vise. This is a Kamasan deep water nymph, or B200. Right, this is a size 6. I said this on the woolly worm video. You will not find a stronger long shank hook than this. Certainly for freshwater fishing. And unfortunately it only goes up to a 6. When I want to fish a 2, then I move to a Gamakatsu SL11-3H, right? It's for big, really big predatory carp, lakes up at the lakes around Mount Fuji. And I'll go down to like a 10 or even a 12. But what I would suggest is you pick a couple of sizes. I usually say like I'll tie it in a 10, a 6 and a 2. Right, skip a size in between. And I'm putting on some dumbbell eyes here. These are small eyes. But obviously adjust the weight. The black one that I had in the vise, that was extra small, that was on name. Again, carry a couple of weights probably. For still waters, bead change plenty. We'll get them on there nice and straight. And then I'm going to get some rubber legs. Now I'm tying a different colour. I'm switching to a sort of rusty brown. But your usual colours will do, right? Rusty brown, black, olive maybe, tan, whatever you like. Whatever colours you like, red can be good. So, but we'll stick with the orange legs because it's a nice contrast. Or pumpkin's a good colour as well. So I've got one length of barbed round rubber here and I've just folded it over the thread. I'm going to put it tight and let the hook sort of split them and come right back to the start of the bend. Now, I'm going to dub the body on this size, but on the smaller ones, I've got one sitting here, this is a 10. No dubbing. Right, and to be quite honest, you probably don't need it on this either. Certainly size 2, I'll dub it, and I'll probably use a magnum zonker strip as well on a size 2. But just to show you, I'll dub this as well. So this is just a mix of SLF. It's no super thoroughly blended, so it's not an even colour, right? But there's some orange, some bright red, some brown and some tan in here. It's probably like 40% brown, 40% bright red, 10% orange, 10% tan. But again, use what you like. Craw dub's fine, ice dub's fine. Anything that's fairly long in the staple and you can brush it. I'm just going to build a fairly chunky body. Right, the dubbing does, I mean, when you brush it, it does add a wee bit of volume into the fly as well. You know, on this size, a magnum rabbit strip's too big. I think. So but when you brush this out, it just adds you a bit more bulk. But if you want to miss the dubbing and have a more compact, faster sinking fly, that's also very good at times. Just packing that in, right in behind the dumbbells. A wee bit more dubbing on there. Figure eight it through them. There we go. And then we're ready for our zonker strip. This is just a standard zonker strip. It's rusty brown. Crayfish orange I also like a lot. But whatever you want. Whatever you prefer. Or have to hand. Just got to taper the end. And then I want the tail to be maybe, if I'm going to pierce the rabbit zonker there, that gives me about a hook and a half or 2 shank lengths. Just measure that again. Get my bodkin. I prefer to pre-pierce it. I find that helps me centre it a bit better. And then I'll just come in, get it on there. You can take the hook out of the vise, pull it through, and get it back in. Put that tight in. You can check it, make sure the length's what you like. You can always trim it. Like always go for a wee bit long rather than short, you know. But that's fine. So now I'm going to tie this off, but I'm not separating the hair at the tie off point. I'm going to come forward, depending on your zonker strip, but say half an inch, 12mm, and catch it off, and that just gives you a bit more of a kind of taper at the front, and it's a bit bulkier. Take 2 or 3 wraps, then I'll come in. I like to use a razor blade. You can use your scissors if you like. Put it tight, just touch it. Then anything that's going forward, just put it back, go to the front, and tidy up. Now we're going to take, this time, another single strand of rubber. Again, just fold it, see which side wants to come to you. Put that back, do the same on the other side, and if you just keep it tight until you've covered everything up, you'll not get any bumps. You've got a nice wee neat head. Then it'll trim them to length. So I like the front legs. I don't want them much longer than the hook. Right, they can come back to about there. You know, just you can go past the bend of the hook, but not too much. More than about 10mm and it will start to tangle up. And then the back rubber, I like, say, turn it over so you can maybe see it better. Just looking, that tail is a wee bit long, so I'll trim the tail first. That's better. Gives me a better idea of what I've got. And I'll trim it against nearly as long is the rabbit hair. It sticks out to the sides anyway, as you can see. It's quite visible to the fish. And then it's just a case of whip finishing. And varnishing it. And I mean, you tie these on saltwater hooks. That's an excellent bonefish fly. I mean, anything will eat it on the flats probably. If you know, a size 2 tan, size 4 tan. Fish do eat it. I've got plenty on it. And I'll just come in with some Velcro. Get quite an aggressive brush. You get the there's a sort of flashiness to the SLF. It's got a very subtle sheen, sparkle. But that's it. That's the Conker, or carp zonker. All you need to do to finish it off is a wee bit of varnish, or your preferred cement, whatever. That'll stop the wraps coming loose in the river. And there you go. So, a deadly carp fly. You really want these in your box if you fish for carp. As I say, even if you fish somewhere where you don't get away with a fly this big, tie them on a 10, tie them on a 12. They love them. They work everywhere I've tried them. So, hope that was useful. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, remember to give me a thumbs up below, and I'll see you for another video. Tight lines, guys. Bye.